Hey y'all, it's Diane with Y'all Craft One and my old barn door, and I come to do a video today to show y'all some super cute little packs that I've put together. The inspiration for these packs are in this little bag here, and what I did was I started looking around my craft room, and I just have an overabundance of stuff. Lots of ephemera and just little pieces here and there, and little things left over from other kits and other projects and things like that. And I'm running out of room. So I'm going to call these share packs. And so we'll start with the share packs. Now I have some other vintage ephemera type, and they all of this kind of goes along with the share idea of sharing ephemera with everybody else. And so I have this little pack here, and this sweet little pack here, and this little pack here, and we'll go through those in just a minute. And then I have this little pack here, which is a little bit different from the share packs. But we'll start out with the share packs, and then we'll kind of go from there. And I'm going to try and go quickly because I have a lot to cover. So in the share packs, let me scoot this one to the side. I'm just going to start pulling things out. So I know you guys saw my video the other day, my little pep talk video, and I was making these little pockets from vintage wallpaper. And so inside each share pack, you're going to get a pack of 5 of these little vintage wallpaper pockets. Super cute for using in your journals. These do fit a gift card. Let me see if I can find one that doesn't have personal information on it. Like perfect size for a little gift card. You know, or you can tuck money down into it, or you can use them in your journals. I use them in my journals. So you get a pack of 5 of the little pockets made from vintage wallpaper. And now it doesn't want to go back in the little bag. There we go. Okay, so that's the first item you get. And then you're going to get this sweet little pack here. I tried to put vintage items in here along with new items, and this one doesn't want to open because I'm on camera, and y'all know how that goes. Really? Like, it totally doesn't want to open. What did I do? Okay. It's like sealed itself completely. Oh, here we go. Sorry. So inside this little pack, you're going to get 2 of my clusters. They're just the really pretty random little clusters, and the majority of them have something like a vintage stamp on them or something, but you get 2 of the clusters. And then you're going to get 3 of these vintage postcards. These range anywhere between the early 1900s, and they go up to the 1970s, which I think that one is from, because you can kind of tell by the coloring and things like that. But just 3 vintage postcards in this little pack, and there's some really super cool ones in these packs. So you're going to get your little pack of clusters and postcards, and then you're going to get this little envelope or little baggie here, and it's just got little bits and pieces of laces that I wanted to share because I have so many laces. I have, oh my goodness, I'm abundantly blessed. And so you're going to get, and these are just kind of to make collages with, or clusters, just little pieces, you know, that you can play with and add to your projects. And I don't know, I think there's 5 or 6 pieces in each little bundle. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so about 7 different kinds in each little package. So again, you know, just something that I thought that you could play with on your projects. These would actually make cute little page tabs, or you know, you guys are very creative, so there's a lot that you can do with these. So you get this little package here in your share pack, and then let's see what else we have. Okay, we have this little pack here, and it has this little pack here was inspired by, you know, the little tags that I made with my my quilted digitals. So it inspired me to do this for you guys. So you have two of these. Let me scoot this over so you can see. Okay, you have two of these little tiny tags. It's just kind of like a variety pack of tags. You get like 4 of these are a little bit taller than the tiny ones, and then you're going to get, I think there's 6 of this size that you can loop your string in or whatever. Excuse me. And then these are the ones that were inspired by the quilted background ones that I did, because I made little tags and I embossed all of them. And you guys, it took me forever to do all of the embossing and the cutting on these. And I was going to cut these, you know, with like a tag shape at the top or around the corners or whatever. But then I thought, no, I want to leave them to where you can do what you want to do with them. So I left them in a square, so you can use them in a square as a tag and decorate the top. You can round the edges and make them into a tag that way. You can cut them however you want to use them. I just thought that it would be more versatile for you if I didn't, you know, trim the top or whatever. So you get that whole little pack of tags. Okay, and then I took all of my scraps, y'all, and I still have a big huge box of scraps, but I just took my scraps and I made you a little baggie. There's wallpaper scraps, there's design paper scraps, all different kinds of little scraps in here, book page scraps, like you have the little Pinocchio book page scrap. So it's just like stuffed with little scraps that I had. A lot of the scraps come from where I was making the tags and the pockets. So you just get a cute little bag of scraps, and I thought they would go well with this, so you can, you know, make clusters or whatever, or collage strips. And then you get this cute little envelope. It's made from a children's book page, and this was from a Dumbo book. And inside the envelope, I have stuffed it full with just little bits of beautiful different kinds of fabrics. Now each pack may not have the exact kind of fabric, but you're going to get at least 10 pieces of fabric in this little bundle. So you have this one that I have wrapped over. This is one of my favorite fabrics. I'm addicted to it, and I had a whole lot of it, and I still have a whole lot of it, but I thought I would share some. And so I'm just going to flip these. So, and some of these are folded, so you're going to get, you know, pretty good size scraps on some of them. This is from a vintage sheet. This one's from a vintage sheet. But I just thought they were so super cute, and I have so many fabrics, and I just wanted to share like a variety bundle with y'all of little scraps. And you know, some of them you might, now this does not count in the number, in the 10 pieces. So like these little scraps here are just little pieces that I've added in that you can use for collages or clusters or whatever your heart desires. I love these. I think I used some of these in my Holly Hobby stuff. But you're going to get some super cute little fabrics. I'm not going to unfold that one because he don't want to cooperate. Pretty. Now this one's a different type of fabric. It's kind of a silky. Love that. Get that one. And then I love this botanical one. This was actually this may have been a curtain. I think it might have been a curtain. And then beautiful piece of this silk. I think all of the packs have this in it, if I'm not mistaken. I could be incorrect, but I do believe that I was able to have enough of these to put in all of the packs. So there is your little envelope with a little pack of fabric for you to play with. On your projects, you can cut them up in clusters or collages, or you can make page tabs out of them. Some of them are large enough to make pockets with, just whatever you want to do. And then you have, I'm going to pull this out. I'm not going to pull this out because kind of the purpose of this is to make this bag a little sturdier, but it's one of those jumbo playing cards. Super, super cool jumbo playing card. Let me see if I can get a measurement for you. So it measures 8 by 11. So super cool little card that you get in there. And then here is the pack that inspired it all. So I just started. Now every single one of these packs will be different. So you're going to get a whole variety of just different kinds of goodies in this little pack here. Because I just started pulling ephemera out of my stash and stuffing them in. And so each bag has at least 25 pieces of a random ephemera, okay? And so they won't all be the same, but I'll show you this pack just so you can kind of get an idea of the things that you'll get in it. And then some of them I just threw in some little goodies down in the bottom of the bag. So in this one you have, you know, a cardstock that you can make a tag out of. You can emboss it, you can make a pocket out of it, whatever you want to make. And then there's a tag there. This one has a playing card, a vintage playing card. That's a cute little playing card. Some of the tags that I had left over from my Holly Hobby kits. So you'll get, maybe you might get one of those. Again, I don't promise that it has the same things in all of them, because they're all very different, but they have the same number of items and the same types of items, but it just might be a different item. This is from one of my collage strips, and it's just like a little extra piece. There's some of them have little swatches of the vintage wallpaper. Some of them might have a vintage book page or a couple of vintage book pages. These are super pretty. Vintage cards. This one has sewing paper. One of my embossed and embellished or topped digital cards. There's a fairy card, so you're going to probably get some journaling cards. These are just little strips that I use to decorate in my books. I made these on my my Photoshop program. I think you guys saw me make this one on video once. There's a long lock. You can either use that as a bookmark or you know, a card, a journal card. Some vintage playing cards. Some of them have these. I think all of them have these in them, or maybe not. They might not. But these are the little sleeves that you can add into your journals to make pockets out of. Cute little playing card there. These are some of my quilt block calendar pages. Vintage children's playing card. And then a sales receipt. So, and you guys, I mean, I stuffed these bags so full. So these were just, these are just, I had to stop putting stuff in them because I ran out of room in the bag. As you can see, it's very full. So let me see. I can pull out another bag from another one of the packs and kind of show you the differences in them. I'm going to stack this all together so I can put that back together when I finish. But here is another one of, okay, so see, like this one has a little flash card, has an embossed little envelope, and again, I did throw down in the bottom some of the bags, just little, you know, little die cuts and pieces. This is an embossed envelope that I made from one of my digitals. There's another little die cut. This one has a pretty one of those cards. I'm trying to see what different things might be in here, because again, these are vintage Yahtzee cards. These are from the 80s. Another swatch of vintage wallpaper, children's book, vintage card. This is just like a little card that I had, and then an envelope that you can use your other items that are in the pack to collage it. You know, your little fabric or lace pieces, or you know, the paper pieces you can collage on it. See, this one has one of these. It has a vintage catalog card. Whoops. So there is quite a variety in them. Anyway, it just, you know, it just kind of inspired me to add some things in these little packs and share some fun little ephemera pieces with y'all. So let me get this put back in here. And again, you can see that's a lot of goodies that you get in that little pack. And some of them have vintage items. Some of them have just, there's really not a way for me to name everything. But anyways, you kind of get the picture. And again, it's stuffed. Okay, so those are the share packs that I have. Now I have 30 of the share packs that are exactly alike, other than, you know, the differences that are in the little brown bags or what have you. So there's 30 of the share packs. Then I have this pack, and I just put some random, I had some stuff left over from the share packs. I had some stuff left over from my stationery packs. I had stuff left over from one of my spring kits. I actually had a whole spring kit left over, which is super, super cute. And I'm not going to pull all of this out. Well, I don't know. Maybe I should. So, I mean, you're going to get a lot of stuff in this little pack here. And I only have one of these. I just kind of took all the extras that I had left over from several projects, and I stuffed it in this envelope here, or this cellophane bag. So let me just see if I can, I may regret that. I'm not going to slide it all the way out just in case. So in this one, you get, you'll get a pack of the vintage wallpaper pockets. You get a package of the lace, because I had an extra pack left. You get an extra pack of, or you get a pack of the embossed cards. I think there's 5. I didn't tell you that on the other package, but I think there's 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you get 5 of the embossed cards, and this was just like an extra pack that I had left over. So I thought, well, I'll just throw it in a kit and make a fun little kit. You're gonna get in this one, you're gonna get a vintage button card. I found a bunch of these at a flea market. A man had bought a lady's, or I guess it was a lady's, because she had sewing stuff, but it was a bunch of sewing ephemera and stuff he bought from a storage unit. This is one of the packs with the vintage postcards. You get 3 vintage postcards and 2 of the clusters. Then you're going to get some of these really cool, look how stinking cute they are. Are they not adorable or what? So I found this whole big box at a yard sale. Hang on, guys. Sorry, got a phone call from my honey. So I found this box, and it was filled with just tons and tons and tons of vintage postcards and ephemera and photos. And just the coolest thing, as I started looking through the box and reading the postcards and the letters, there's even homemade Christmas cards in it. But I got to learn about this couple named Lucy and William. And I got to kind of, through reading the postcards and the letters and things, I got to learn about their life. Like, when they were dating, and evidently he traveled for his job, so he sent her postcards from all over the country. And then once they got married, then she was sending postcards to her mom and telling her where they were and what they were doing. Just the coolest little box of postcards I've ever found. It was a really big box of postcards, and it was just full of all of these ephemera and the pictures. And so these I love. This is from the 30s. All of these, this whole box went from a span of like 1920s to 1970s, with some being a little older than the 20s. Like I did find some in the 1912 in that range. But this one's from 1933, and these are so cool. These are those little postcard books. Very vintage, very cool. And I love this. This one might be my favorite, because look how colorful these postcards are. I mean, how stinking cool are these? And so you're going to get, and then if you turn them over, they have pictures on the back side as well. So what cool little things to be able to use in your journals. So you get a couple of these in this pack. You're going to get this one from Chicago. You're going to get this one from Southern California. I love the stamp. It's a 1.5 cent stamp. How cool is that? This one is from, I guess, Orange Grove, California. And so whoever sent it to them signed it. And so you have these cool postcards. Let me see. Let's see how to fold it out. So you have the pictures on both sides. I love these. And then inside you have the information about Southern California, the land of sunshine, and a little bit of history. So I'm not sure of a date on this, but it looks, you know, about the same time frame as that, I would think. I don't think there's a date anywhere. So you get that one. This one was in there too. Super cool. This is an old, I guess this is a graduation invitation or program, and it doesn't have a date on it. Yeah, but these are all the people who were awarded diplomas. And this was in Chicago, so you know it had to be a good long time ago for it to be that few people in Chicago graduating. So super cool. And then you get another one of the little this one looks like it's probably from a newer time frame. Okay, this one's from the 60s. The picturamic color reproductions of Yellowstone National Park. So this one, again, you can see the age, and it has all the little postcards that have all the pictures, and I love the colors of the 60s. I'm so drawn to that era for that reason. So, and this was a 4-cent stamp. Very cool. And it's actually stamped with the Yellowstone postage stamp on there. Okay, and then here is the this is from my spring kit. Now if you want to see what's in this kit, I'll link the video below of what's in the spring kit so that you can look through and see. But you're going to get all kinds of ephemera in this little kit. Ephemera and stickers and vintage playing cards and just all kinds of goodies in this little pack. There's a vintage flashcard. So these were just stuffed with kind of fun little goodies for you to use in your journals. So I'll link that video below. And then here's another piece of ephemera from that same box. This was from 1970. This looks like a like one of the church programs, and this is from Chicago, Illinois. Super cool, and it even has a stamp on it, and it's postmarked June 2nd. I believe it says 1970, but I could be wrong. It's in that time frame somewhere. But you get that piece of ephemera. This is left over from me making my strawberry shortcake book. It's just a little envelope. This is just made out of printer paper. but it's super cute with the strawberry shortcake on it. And then this is my vintage and new mixed stationery pack. So you get the 5, oh goodness, I can't talk today. 5 napkins. So you get 5 of these really pretty napkins for decoupaging. You're going to get 10 cards and envelopes with florals and birds and butterflies and just really, really pretty. Look how pretty that one is. I love that one. I go back through these and I'm thinking, why did I not keep that? But you can't keep everything. So I try to share. So, and then you're going to get, I think there's 35 pieces of stationery in here. So these are vintage. These are vintage. You're going to get all kinds. Look how pretty this one is. This is one of my favorites, and I'm kind of hoarding it a little, but I have shared a lot of them. And then this one here is super, super cute too, with the little mouse and the mushrooms. So you get like 35 pieces of the stationery. You get 10 cards, 10 envelopes, 5 of the napkins. And I mean, I don't even know how many pieces are in here, and I'm not going to count them because it would take me forever and a day to try to count them. So I'm just not. But anyway, this will be a share pack that will be available. I'm going to put this, I don't know how I'm going to list it yet. If I'm going to list it with the other share packs or if I'm going to make its own listing. But you'll be able to find it in my Etsy shop over there. So I'm going to push this back into this plastic sleeve, hopefully. We can get it back in there. So that will be another share pack. So you'll find this one in the shop as well. And then we have these little random ephemera packs, and I tied them up with twine because I just think they're so cute to make them, you know, look their age. And so let's just untie it and see what we have. Now, I'm also doing like trying to clear some things out of my shop so I can add some new things. And so on the very bottom, I had 2 of these fabric packs that were left. Had these in my shop for like $12.99, and I only had 2 left, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to add those in with a pack of something, and so that way I can move them because, you know, I'm running out of room. So you will get a spring kit with this pack as well. So again, I'll link the spring kit so you know what all is in here. And then you're going to get, I think there's 4 of these little, this is one of those little postcard packs. I was looking to see if I could see a date. 1928 is the date this one was mailed. Love, love, love this stamp. And so if you open it up, I'm going to open carefully. Then inside you have all of these. I love, love the way these feel. So you have all of these cool postcards, and they have pictures on the front and the back. Let's see if I can get it to fold back up correctly. Okay, so you get that one. You're going to get this one, which is Lower Manhattan. I don't know if there's a date. There's the Empire State Building. You can kind of tell how old it is because it's a 1.5 cent postage. Open it up. Oh, how cool is this? I haven't even opened this one. Look how neat that is. It folds out and you get a whole panorama view of Manhattan. Very cool. And then on the back side, you get, this looks like probably 60s-ish, I'm thinking, just from the way they're dressed. What do you think? Super, super cool. Very cool. Still haven't found a date on it. But anyways, get that one in your pack. Okay. There we go. Then you're going to get this one, which I absolutely love, and I had a hard time letting this one go. This is from Belfast. Absolutely beautiful. It has a postage stamp here, but I'm not seeing a date, but it's a 1.5 cent stamp as well. And so you can tell this one's fairly old. You have the black and whites of Belfast, which I absolutely think is so cool. So you have them on the front, and then on the back you actually have spots where you can write your correspondence. Very, very cool little postcard pack here. So you get that one. So that's 3 of the postcard packs. And then you get this one, which I absolutely love. This is like a little brochure stapled together. And it's from the Fountain of Youth in St. Augustine, Florida. I don't see a date on it, but it's just like a little brochure of visiting that Fountain of Youth, and it has, you know, history and points of interest. Ooh, I love the little map. The map would be cool to compare it with the map now, just to kind of see. But I don't see, you know, a date for the brochure, but anyway, super cool little pamphlet from St. Augustine, Florida. And then you're going to get one of the vintage photos, and this was actually, I love the edges, the way they did the edges of the photos back then. But this was like a Christmas card, I guess, so that he sent to, I guess, his parishioners. I'm not sure if I showed you this yet or not, but if I didn't, in this pack you get 3 of the vintage postcards that I pulled from that box, and 2 of the clusters. This was a pack that was left over from the share packs. Then you're going to get a vintage button card, and then you get this. This is from Yellowstone Park, and it has all of these little pictures in it. Super, super cool little pictures of Yellowstone Park. These are called souvenir views. So I'm not sure what year they're from, but I think they're really, really neat. So anyway, you get quite a few of them in there. It says 20 views, but I don't think there's actually 20 in the pack. I think it's more like 16 or so. So I guess a few are missing. Let's see if I can get them in here correctly. There we go. Yeah. So you get that with this little share pack. So I think what I'll do is call this a fabric share pack. And we'll maybe call this fabric share pack 1. But you'll be able to see, you know, all of it in the Etsy photos. All right, and then we have this little share pack. It's a little bit bigger. It has a little bit more stuff in it. And let me see how we're doing on our time. I might have to put this in 2 videos, but that'll be okay. Oh, wait. That's not the correct one. It's this one. All right, let me see what my time looks like. I can't see it good. Okay. So let's untie this real quick. You get the vintage button card. You get, this was really cool. I thought this was super cool. It's I guess this is like a business card or a souvenir tour, something to that effect, but it's super cool. So you get that. One of these little tiny postcards. This is from Temple Square in Salt Lake City. So I guess William made it to Salt Lake City at some point in time through his travels. You're going to get one of those Chicago postcard things that I already showed you. Wait, I already went through this one, didn't I? Am I losing my mind? Or is there a Chicago one in here too? I think I did already go through this. I am losing my mind. No, I didn't already go through this. Okay. Calm down. Okay, there's a Chicago one in this, I think. Yep, okay. I saw that and I thought, did I already go through this? Okay, so anyways, sorry about that, guys. Had a little dingy moment there. Okay, so then you have a Mackinac Island in Michigan. Oh, okay, this one's copyrighted 1935, so from the 30s. Very cool. And then you get some of the history. Uh-oh, that postcard got folded a little. And then you have all the cool little postcards from that area. If I can get them all folded out. Wow, this one's super long. Like, you get a bunch in this one. And they're double-sided as well. So, super cool. Let me see if I can get this folded back up correctly so it doesn't bend that one postcard. There we go. Okay, so you get that one from the Mackinac Island in Michigan. You get one from Walt Disney. This one might be worth money. I haven't checked. This is from, I guess, Anaheim, the one in California. And so you can check it and see. I didn't really look up the value, but super cool for all you Disney lovers out there. So you get one from there. And I love that it has Walt Disney on it. And then, there we go. They had this vintage greeting card that I thought was so stinking cute. And I tried to wipe that off, and then I realized that that is supposed to look like a tissue. Like he's crying and he's wiping his tears. Too funny. So I just thought this was really cool. Look how yellowed it is. And look, they even put the tape to hold the little tissue on. I think there might be a copyright date, but Lord knows I can't read it. Y'all can look at it and see if you can. Then you're going to get some of the vintage photos. Oh, whoa, I am so sorry. What in the world did my camera just do? Let me take that off. I hope that's not been like this the whole time I've been showing this pack. I really don't want to have to redo this video. So you're going to get several of, okay, these are from the 50s because they have the stamp on them. So super cool. And then this is from 1945. I love this. This is one of the homemade greeting cards. And this was made, I guess, by a pastor. This is really, really cool. And then it has his photos in here. So there's a couple of photos of him. And I guess that's some of the parishioners in the church. Maybe the ladies who worked in the church. The church bus, I guess. So super cool. And then this is like a vintage card. Actually, it's not vintage. Well, I mean, it could be vintage. It's from 1991. But anyway, let's see who it's from. It's from Charlotte. So I didn't get to read that one. In this one, you also have a brochure from the At Ocean Motel in Long Beach, California. It gives, look, check out the phone number. And they've marked through it, but you can tell it's very old because of the way the phone number is listed. So I don't think I ever found an actual date on it, but very cool little brochure. Then you get this brochure from the Florida Silver Springs Shrine of the Water Gods. And I love this little book because it's so very vintage. Check out the colors. Look at the car. So it kind of gives you a time frame with the things that are in the pictures. So it has the color pictures, and you can actually cut those out and use them if you wanted to. Super. Ooh, no snakes allowed. So you get that, and then you get the fabric pack. And the fabric pack, again, is the pack that's in my shop now. I'll be switching it out and taking those off because I just kind of wanted to join them together. I'm just kind of, you know, again, trying to move some things out to make some more room so that I can give you guys some more goodies. So that's that pack. And then I think I've showed y'all all of that. There are also some things that I'm going to be adding into my shop, and I'll show you those in a minute, but I'm going to do this one last kit. So we'll just make this the kit video, and then I'll do another video to show you all of the rest of the things so that this video is not so long. But I have this kit here, super big kit, okay? if you guys saw the video from where I did the Momma Gayle kits, this one is all the extras from that kit, and it has just as much in it as the Momma Gayle kit. So I will link that video below so that we don't have to go through this in such depth. I'll link that video below so you can see what all's in the kit, and I'll just kind of give you a peek at some things that are going to be in here. So this is some fabric pieces and some ribbons and some just little scraps of, you know, crocheted pieces. I think there's some eyelash trim in here. There's some of that vintage ribbon in here. All kinds of goodies in this little bag. I think there's even a little flower in there. And I think there's might be even a cluster in there. So you get that bag in this kit, and then you get this whole little bag. Oh, did I say you get a ring binder? This is a vintage Better Homes and Gardens decorating ring binder book, and it has these vintage cooking pamphlets, which I absolutely love. Love, love, love. And then you get one of these vintage children's workbook type books. These were from, I think these are dated, but I could be wrong. Nope, not dated. Oh, yeah, these are from the 40s. Copyright 1947. So you'll get one of these in there, and then, of course, you get all of the tabs and everything in the ring binder. I only had one of these left. So I just kind of threw some stuff in and put it all together and made that a little kit. So in this bag, you get, oh my goodness, you get this bag of goodness here. It's got all kinds of little trinkets and yo-yos and things to make embellishments, and some vintage stamps in there. Just all kinds of goodies in there to make embellishments and ephemera. And then you get this pack of fabric. I'm not going to take it apart, but it's a sweet little pack of fabrics to play with. And like this kit here, you can make your ring binder journal with everything that's in this kit. You wouldn't have to have anything else if you didn't want to put anything else in it. And then you have this bag that's filled with, it's got some quite a lot of vintage ephemera in it. And again, I can link the video to the Momma Gayle kit below. Oops, I ripped that bag a little bit. I'll get a new bag and put in here. I'm not going to try and take everything out and put it in a new bag, but I will get you a new bag and put it in here since I ripped that one. So you'll have a new bag to use. But you got the large paper clip, a little bag of tickets, all kinds of ephemera in here. Here's a vintage recipe card. So you get lots of vintage stuff. There's a vintage bingo card, vintage Yahtzee cards. There's some green stamp cards. Really, really cool vintage items in this bag. So you get that along with the fabric in this bag. So I kind of wadded up this little bag a little bit, but it'll be okay. Slide all of this back in here. And then, as if that's not enough, you get this little, well, it's not little. This is a huge, huge one of those newspaper top bags. And down in here, you get this pack. It's all of the vintage papers and book pages that I put in the Momma Gayle kit. And there might be even some more things. Because again, this is just kind of leftover pieces that I've had. And then you get doilies. There's some lined papers, some sewing patterns, some cards, some floral cards, some napkins. You get this very pretty vintage doily piece, some stickers, some coffee dyed envelopes. Oh, there's some vintage wallpaper in there. So this is just kind of, I might just call this a mystery pack because it is just stuffed with all kinds of goodies in here. So you get so much stuff in this pack. So again, go and watch the Momma Gayle kit pack, if you, or, you know, video if you want to see what everything that's in the pack. But that's what this kit is. So I might call this, well, I'll just call this the ring binder kit. Okay, so you'll be able to get that one. And so I think what I'll do is do another video. Now that I've shown you all the packs, I'll do another video to show you some of the other little, you know, not particularly kits, but little packs of things that I have that are going to be available in the shop. And so anyways, run over to the shop and don't miss the next video, because there's a surprise coming for July. I'm doing kind of a Christmas in July thing, but it's only going to be for a couple of days. So make sure you watch the next video. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Leave any comments or questions that you have below. And I love y'all real big.